So we're just gonna grab heavy weights. I'm doing dumbbells right now. You can do a kettlebell, you could do a hex bar squat, and we're just gonna be marching. Your goal, shoulders are packed, core is on, glutes engaged. You're gonna try to stand on one leg and balance. If someone's gonna come push me over, they should not be able to push me over because I'm that balanced, and I'm just gonna be taking a step nice and slow and going forward. I shouldn't be letting any of the weights drag me down more so than the other. I should feel like I'm a stable line from my foot all the way through my knee, my hip, and all the way out. I shouldn't feel like I'm ever turning, and I should just feel like I am solid as a rock. So in this exercise, I'm putting all my weight, all my engagement on my left side. So I'm putting everything here. I'm trying to ground myself into the ground. This band is trying to pull my knee in. I'm using my hip muscle and I'm pushing it out. I'm driving into the ground. My weight is kind of on the balls of my foot. I should feel like my quads engaged and my glutes engaged. Everything's nice and strong. With this other foot, I'm just gonna be tapping out to the side. You're pretending that there's eggshells out to the side, so you can't actually put weight off it and smash it. It's literally just a tap. You notice that my hips stay squared facing you guys. You don't want the hips to open. If you're having a hard time with that, you can put both your hands here, and that kind of locks your hips down so you actually can't move anymore. Again, notice I'm not shifting any weight. I'm staying right over my left side, and I'm just tapping out, and I feel everything on this left side fully fired up and engaged.
This is a lateral step down exercise. So now we're actually positioned on the step or on the box. We're reaching laterally with the other foot, just tapping the toe or the heel, whichever one you prefer. The toe is gonna be easier, and then returning the starting position. If you're doing this for the first time, a really good place to have your hands is on your hips, because as you reach down, also being mindful of this knee, right? You just saw it cave in a little bit, but I corrected for it. Having a good knee position, but also having a good hip and pelvis position. So as I lower down, I want to keep my hips even and level. If it was a glass of water, I don't want it to tip and spill, because if I just reach with my left foot, my left hand ends up getting lower than my right hand. So now I'm not being strong and stable more proximally, which can influence my knee position, right? This drops, look what happens to my right knee. So keep this level as you reach down. Just tap an eggshell, don't break the egg, and then return the starting position.
So with this, I'm just skipping, I'm bounding, I'm going from one foot to the other, trying to stay springy, trying to stay on the balls of my feet. My goal is to not let my heels touch the ground, and right when I absorb the weight on one heel, I'm gonna just push it up on the other. I'm trying to use my calves to just kind of bounce back and forth. If you imagine, I'm almost like doing a jump rope if I had a jump rope. But the goal is just to stay springy and try to get off the ground. As fast as you lay on the ground, try to get right back off it. All the motion is really coming from my ankles. It's not coming from my knees and my hips. I'm not jumping up and down. I'm staying relatively straight up top and just letting my ankles do most of the work as I go back and forth.
All right, so this is my dynamic flexibility routine. The real goal of this is that you're able to feel your own restrictions, things that are tight, and you're able to work through them. There really is no prescribed amount of reps or times to hold any position. It's based on what you feel. If you get into a certain position, a certain stretch, and you're like, wow, I'm a little tight there, you can spend a little bit, a couple more seconds there. And as far as how many reps to do, again, it's up to you. Once you feel like you're stretched out and you're feeling warm, go on to the next one. It's a sequence of 4 different stretches. The first one is called the world's greatest stretch, which you're going to take a big step with one leg, opposite hand comes down. Now with the same leg that's here, I'm gonna drive my elbow to the ground. You should feel a big stretch throughout the groin, the inside part of this right leg. Once you drive down here, you're gonna reach up, stretch through here. This is through my T-spine and my butt and my back. Then I'm gonna put both hands down on the ground and I'm gonna kick back. Now I should feel it through this right hamstring right here. Okay? After that, I'm gonna get back in the same lunge position. Notice, see, a big key though is my knee is bent. It's not straight. Bent knee, I'm gonna reach up with the opposite arm, and you'll feel a stretch all through this side. After that, you do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna go a little bit faster. Leg down, elbow, reach up, back here, hamstring, lunge, hold. That's number one. The second one, keep going, keep going. Second one is going to be basically a single leg, core, anterior core. You're gonna feel maybe your hip stretch out as well as your core muscles turn on. And then you're gonna go straight into a single leg RDL, feeling the stretch in the back of your hamstrings. So you take a step here, up, back, up, back. And if you're having problems with balance on the back part, You can go from here, you can put this leg back and just hinge at the hips and still get the stretch with the toe down. Okay, that's number 2. Again, take as many steps as you need to feel like you've warmed up. Number 3, you're gonna be standing here on the side. You're gonna lean to one side, stretch the adductors on this side, stretch the adductors on this side, and just turn. Stretch inside here, turn. Again, do as much as you need. That's number 3. The 4th one, there's 2 different variations depending on how good your balance is. The first one, you're gonna bend down and do a little squat. Try to pick up your leg, come all the way up on my tiptoes, okay? Bend down, pick up your leg, all the way on the tiptoes. You should feel this in your glute as you're stretching. Okay, the balance is probably the hardest part about this exercise. If you don't have that good of a balance, what you're gonna do instead, you're gonna put your ankle on top of your other leg, and you're just gonna sit back, and you're gonna feel a stretch in the same hip, okay? Just like this. So those are the 4, the dynamic flexibility routine. Do as much as you like. It's up to you to feel what you need and how long to do it.